Hello. Friday afternoon or evening. My name's Noni. I am the founder of Kinara Park Kids. We are a we are a for-profit company. We are for-profit because we want to say where our dollars go, and we want to use those profits to go back into the community. Okay. We're doing a live drawing. We're doing a drawing for high school seniors this year. It's our second week for high school grads. And, quite honestly, I did not know what to say except to say we wanted to go a second round for our high school graduates. So I figured I'd lay out some rules, right? Some rules for how life goes. And that is, for those of you who barely made it to graduation, congratulations. For those of you where graduation was a breeze, a piece of cake, congratulations. For those of you who are not going to be in school anymore in your life, I'd say that's okay. Just make sure that you continue to be a lifelong learner, even though it might not be in a school setting. And for those of you who are going on to college, if you're going to HBCU, that's great. If you're going to PWI, that's okay. That's great. If you do go to a PWI, you have to marry somebody who went to an HBCU, which is what I did. I think that whatever you're able to do, and whatever path you're on, hopefully will be a good one for you, and you will be able to be who and what you want to be. That is part of the principle Kujichagulia, self-determination, to say who you are, to speak to who you are, to create. Kujichagulia is to say you define who you are. No one else gets to define you. You get to say who you are. You speak for yourself, and you define for yourself. So I look forward to seeing you young people as adults running the world, because we're going to need your creativity and your ingenuity as we figure out solutions for our future. Now, Kinara Park Kids came out of a need that we saw, and that was a way to incorporate the principles of Kwanzaa in everyday conversation. Many of us did not grow up with Kwanzaa, even though when I was younger, my family celebrated Kwanzaa, every day. And as families do, different things happen. And then I never heard or saw anything about Kwanzaa ever for years. And then my husband and I wanted to make sure that we have African culture and African heritage incorporated in our family, into our home, for our boys, our sons, these young men who are going to be adult men very soon. And in doing that, the solution was, let's figure out a way so that these young people who see these images of people being injured or hurt or harmed on TV and the news, let's change what they get to see on a daily basis. Let's change and let them see positive images of themselves and have some healing. And let's also do something that's positive. And with the business of it, we're going to take those dollars, and we have been taking those dollars and using Black-owned businesses for all of our services. That is our first go-to, as well as we want to be able to invest in young people or old people or middle-aged people, for that matter, who have a business or a business idea and who need capital. And we want to be a source of that, instead of having to go to these big banks in the area that really have no vested interest in our community or in the success of those young people and those business owners. So that is part of the point. And we have a couple of things coming up. We were going to be in Atlanta for Juneteenth, and because of COVID-19, many things have been postponed to next year. We are thoughtful of the lives that have been lost because of the virus, and we are grateful for everyone who is still healthy and well. We will continue to show up, and we will, we're going to be here for a while. Because we cannot be at Juneteenth, we have been doing some gift giveaways to say thank you. First 2 weeks was thank you to our healthcare workers and our frontline folks. The next 2 weeks we did high school graduates. Next week will be our last drawing. Our last nomination will be for K-12 educators because they are in it knee deep trying to do remote school, e-school, and let's give it up to all those homeschoolers, those parents and everyone who was already, as a parent, you kind of homeschool anyway, right? Because it's not this, maybe not in a formal setting, but parenting is educating, and parenting is 24/7, so all day, every day. But we want to do a special thank you to our K-12 educators and say thank you to them because they are, we love them anyway, and we just want to say thank you as well. So that's for next week, and that will be our last one. A couple of other announcements will be that, and let me look at my cheat sheet here. The June and July, we want kind of a look-alike to see for each of the Kinara Park Kids. Okay, each one of the kids being named after one of the principles of Kwanzaa. There's two parts to the look-alike. So there's the letter of the law and the spirit of the law. So by the letter of the law, we want a look-alike that actually looks like the Kinara Park Kid. We want to look alike somebody that looks like Umoja, somebody that looks like KG, somebody that looks like Imani, somebody that looks like Kuumba. So, and I know that there are a lot of kids that look, and adults even, that look like, and they can be any age, that look like these characters. So we want to look alike, and that's the letter of the law. And then the spirit of the law is we want somebody who embodies the principle. Who looks like Umoja, who really looks like Nia, who looks like Imani, right? In the way they live, and the way they handle themselves, and the way they go through life. So we want two sides of it, okay? And then, let's see what's next. So that's a look-alike. More details to come for that. And then we are putting together the Kwanzaa Awards for 2020. We are trying to figure out how best to do this with the current circumstances across the country. And we are going to, we're working with some groups to try to figure out how to do this best. We want it to be done right. And the basic part of it is the Kwanzaa Awards are for an individual and an organization that embodies the principle year-round. So, whoever, somebody who embodies Umoja, unity, an individual and an organization. Somebody who embodies Kuumba, creativity, an individual and an organization. We have real awards. We have real, I won't go into the rest of what else is real, but we have real, this is a real thing, and we will make it ongoing, and it is going to be, at least for now, within the United States. Okay, so that's who's up for nomination is any individual or organization within the United States. More details to follow. And then, let's see here. Lastly, the winner for this week. Okay, first, I have to tell you a quick story. Really, really quick. My youngest son, actually my oldest son, who's now 17, when he was in the second grade, he and his buddies were walking around school at recess, and of course, as second graders do, they think through the most important things in life and come to conclusions. And so he came home and he told us that they had decided they didn't need to go to school anymore because they had learned all there was to learn. And you imagine our surprise when our second grader said that. We said, "Oh, really?" And so they decided, yes, we were, we walked around, we decided, we know everything there is. So basically they wanted more they wanted to learn, they wanted to stretch in their minds. I think they were kind of bored in school. So we told him about interest and taxes, and then he was like, his brain, kind of exploded a little bit. So anyway, that is to say, for all of us, and especially since this is toward the grads, just be a lifelong learner. And the moment that you think you've learned everything is the moment that you have so much more to learn. So I would encourage you as you go through life, we wish you all the best, and you have a community that's rooting for you. Okay, the winner this week, drum roll, as nominated by Ayasha Edwards, is Karlik Cotton. Woo! Okay, Karlik Cotton from Kings Fork High School. And, he kind of looks a little bit like Umoja. So maybe he should consider the look-alike contest. More to follow. Have a great weekend. Be safe. Bye.